All right, everyone, how is it going? I hope your life is going well. I hope your collecting is going well. I hope you're blessed. So, today I want to talk about a completion. A completion has occurred in the Vintage Sanctuary. By the way, before we go there, I think within the next few weeks, I want to do a video just chronicling all of my collecting goals, everything that I collect or am collecting, like just what is my thought process, what is my plan, where is it going, and I feel like it's long overdue. I started collecting vintage baseball cards 5 years ago now, so and I've certainly shared quite a bit along the way, but I think it's long overdue to have the comprehensive guide to what the heck I'm doing. What in the heck am I doing? I think there's some rhyme and reason to it, so that'll be coming in the future. Today is about basketball, bringing out the big stars. I have completed the 5x7 star cards of the four basketball players that I am collecting. Well, actually, let's just talk about basketball. I collect Dr. J cards and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. Now, not their new cards, not their modern cards, but cards from their playing days. And I also started collecting Wilt. I got his rookie card. You could check that out in a recent video of mine, an epic trade. I'm still on cloud 9. Yeah, Cloud Gem Mint 10. Wilt does not have any star cards. However, Kareem, Magic, Dr. J, and Larry Bird all have a ton of Star Company basketball cards from 1983 through 1986. I am collecting all of their star cards as well as other playing days cards. And, not necessarily the quote-unquote oddball issues, getting all of them. I don't even know how many of those there are, but at least the mainstream cards. And so I have almost completed the star cards of those four players, but I have completed their 5x7 star cards, and that's 9 cards total. And I'm super stoked to show these 9 cards to you. And I think for me, this is a pretty epic completion. I just can't believe I have all of these. I imagine not that many people do, and I actually imagine not that many people would care to because it would not be a collecting priority for them, but it certainly was for me. And so without further ado, let me go ahead and turn this camera around and show you the big stars. All right, so we are going to start with the 1985 Star Court Kings. Now, those were 27, the Court Kings set. There was a Court Kings 1, that was 25, not 27. I don't know where the 27 came from. 25 cards in one of the bags, and I think they called them poly bags. And because Kareem is card number 1, he is the card you would see on the front. And Court Kings 1, those 25 cards all had the yellow borders. And then Court Kings 2 was another 25 cards. They had blue borders. And then the first card in that set, which was considered card number 26. So Court Kings 2 was cards number 26 through 50. Michael Jordan is number 26, so you would see him on top of the bag. I actually have that card as well, but I don't have it here to show at the moment. But here is the 85 star Court Kings Kareem. Give you a closer look in an extra minty 6. And boy, is it extra minty. I tell you, I don't know if Sammy... And there's the back. Beautiful blue on the back. Trying to think of Sammy. I'm trying to think of his channel name. Right now I'm just thinking of him as Sammy. But anyway, I know he loves cards that have yellow. So if he happens to see this, if he doesn't, of course, that's fine. But if he happens to see this, he's going to love these oversized yellow beauties. Look at that. There's Kareem with his signature sky hook from the side there. You can see just a little bit of the ball. I mean, I think that's, and his goggles and all the fans in the back, I think that's such an epic card. So that is the first one, sticking with the Court Kings, card number 4. So the fourth card in the bag, Dr. J, the original Doctor of Dunk, my favorite basketball player ever, in a Nevermore Minty 8. I paid up a bit for this one. I'd have to look at my records. I didn't come prepared to share the prices, but I think it was maybe a couple $100 or even a bit more, because this was the last one that I needed. And so I said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. And I wanted all of these to be graded. And I will say, people talk about, do they prefer, PSA? Do they prefer SGC or BGS? I'm not sure how many people prefer BGS, but some people do for sure. They really protect the cards of those thick slabs. For these oversized cards, these 5x7s, I prefer this very slab right here, the frosted. It's the right size for the card. It's relatively thin, no baggy in there, relatively thin, so they stack well. They don't take up nearly as much space as the bulky BGS, and I think the SGC are bulkier as well. So for these particular cards, I prefer these slabs right here. All right, there's the Doctor. Card number 4. And now skipping to card number 15, because of course I'm not trying to collect the set, just the players that I collect. We've got Magic Johnson. No innuendo on this channel, never. But there he is in an extremely minty 6. I tell you what, as far as PSA grading strictly, I think these, I think these are graded so strictly. I mean, I kid you not, if this said 9, I'd be like, okay, now maybe if I pulled out my magnifier, started looking at the corners, maybe there's a little bend or something, but wow, I'm loving it. I'm loving, I don't wish for anyone to send their cards in and get a grade that seems so low, compared to the quality of the card, but yeah, I'm loving it. I'll take this extra minty 6 all day long. Look at that. He's in the air. That is such an epic picture. All right, we've got one more Court King, and that would be the Birdman. He tends, I think, to be a little more expensive. He might be the most popular hobby-wise of these 4 players. And he would be my second favorite of these 4 players. I mean, I love them all, but my second favorite after the Doctor in an exceptional 5. Oh man, this low grade of 5. Just a disgusting, ugly card, isn't it? Just the wear, the what wear? Where is it? Yeah, the where. It's not the wear, it's the where. I mean, look at that. This one's a 5, and if it said 10, I'd be like, I should put a 2x sticker on this, double the grade to 10. I mean, how many people have this bird card? This is not an easy one. So yeah, so there we have it, the Court Kings, and now we're going to move on to, there was also 5x7 team sets. And so we start with Kareem. Now, he's number 1, but here's the deal. He's really number 1 for the Lakers, because each team started with, one of their players being the number 1 card. So the Lakers team set, he's card number 1. Check out that purple and gold. I tell you what, Star was ahead of their time in terms of color match. I think that's another kind of sky hook there. In a nearly mint 7. I was going to say never more minty, but that's an 8. Anyway, look at that. Yeah, it's kind of funny, these grades, they say, I mean, I'm sure if you really inspect them, I do believe there's probably some technical differences in the, surface or something, which makes one a 7, one a 6. I don't care for these baggies on the back, but you know what? Hey, stuff like that. I bought this knowing it was that way, but I think I got a pretty good price on this. I didn't pay a ton for this. So, hey, I still love it. You'll take what you can get too. Especially when these don't come up graded that often. And I don't even know what PSA would charge, but pretty big bucks to grade these. So I scarfed them up, many of them at great prices. And then probably a couple I overpaid for because I just really wanted them. So that's the 85 Team Supers. Sometimes they're called that, or the Team 5x7. Number one in a near mint. Let's see, what does NM stand for? In a, well, I can't think of anything right now. This sucks. This is just, yeah, it's marvelous. All right, let's leave it at that. And then we'll move on. And we've got number two. So they had, in the 5x7 team bag for the Lakers, Kareem was number one. Magic was number two. What a beautiful pose. Similar to the his Magic Johnson's picture on the Court Kings, but it is different. But he's also midair with his legs spread out like that. Maybe that's to give him more room. Maybe that's... No, that was not meant to be innuendo, but, hey, you can take it that way if you want. Okay, this will work in a Nevermore Minty 8. This one I got at auction. I think it was about $160, which, seemed like a really, really good deal. Or if you don't like these cards, a really bad deal. One of the two. To me, it was a really good deal. Oh, that is so beautiful. The purple and gold. So there we had Kareem and Magic, and now we move on. We move on to Larry Bird. He was number one in the Celtics 5x7 team bag. And there you have it in a near mint 7. Now this one I think I paid on like $99 for, or $100, or maybe it was $99.99, something like that. I think it was $99. But anyway, yeah, I thought that was a good deal. How many people have this Bird card? It's kind of funny. I'm showing you the condition. They're all the same. No, I know that's not true. Some of them have, I think, a little like, maybe there's some little tiny bend in a corner or something, which I'm pretty sure it was that way in the bag, just from the process of getting them manufactured and into the bag. And that doesn't bother me a bit. I actually think it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like if this said a 9, this maybe could be a 9 because there's just a little teeny bend right there. And if you could see this in person, it's not even a crease. It's just a little bend on the corner that I'm pretty sure, happened during the bagging or the production process somehow. And, that might just be what holds us back from maybe being 8, 9, whatever, costing a lot more money. Like, what people will pay to not have to deal with a micro defect, I guess, that you can't even see unless you're really looking for it. And then number one in the 76ers bag for the 5x7 team set, you've got the Doc himself. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all that muscle, determination, the look on his face. That beautiful blue border. Let's check out the back. This one is in an extremely minty 6. I don't have a lot of 7s. Maybe that's why I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared to talk about what a 7 is. The nearly minty 7s. One more. And this will complete all of the 5x7 star cards for these 4 players, and that is the Slam Dunk Dr. J. The others didn't have a Slam Dunk card because they weren't in that competition. I love this card. I paid $60 for it. I think that's insane. There's a beautiful Jordan card in this set as well that's really sweet. I might, even though I'm not collecting Jordan, just too expensive, I might try to get that particular card at some point, just because I like the card so much. But it's so much more. I spent $60 on this. And if you had this as a Jordan in the extremely minty 6 PSA, I don't even know what it would go for. I mean, if I had to guess, maybe it's $3,000 or something, which is 50 times as much. Heck, I don't know. That's probably about right. I'm just ballparking it. So, $60, come on, man. The plastic will cost you more than that. Yeah, I love this. Look at this. The socks, the dunk. You can see his number 6 there. You kind of see his Sixers, the Coca-Cola in the upper right, the red border, the yellow lettering, 1985 Slam Dunk Contest. Now, this one does have some chipping. So, it kind of makes it more realistic. Now, I realize the others, maybe there's some little surface dimple or something that I haven't seen or don't even really care to try to find. It looks good to me, but that looks like just kind of some factory chipping on the corners when I kind of checked it up closely. So, maybe that's what makes this a 6. But I tell you what, I think this is just the way it was made. There's no wear here. So, to me, this should be like maybe 7 or something. I mean, it's super well centered. These 5x7s generally tend to be, so that's nice. And, there's no wear or anything. But, hey, I don't really care. The number doesn't matter to me. It only matters, sometimes, without going into all of it, at least for the most part for me, it only matters, as far as price, like how much I'm going to pay. And then also, how much am I willing to spend? Like maybe I wouldn't look for this in a 9 because I don't want to spend that much money. If it said it was a 3 though, but it looked good for a card, from 1985, I would probably pass because I'm thinking there's, I can probably do better than that for a card from 1985, and it's probably got some, wrinkles or something that I'm not seeing maybe in the pictures. So yeah, for a card from 1985, if it were, like say probably below a 5, I'd probably just pass and get a higher grade just to make sure that I'm not going to get a card I don't like because it's got some issues I couldn't see in the pictures that bug me. But, if it's 5, 6, especially 6 or higher, the way PSA, blah, is being so picky, then, yeah. I mean, I feel no need to upgrade any of these. I mean, they all feel just pack fresh gems to me. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, now I'm going to put these on the floor and show you, kind of let you see them all together. So let's take a little journey, shall we? All right. We'll see how much glare we get here. But on top, you see the 4 Court Kings of the 4 star players I'm collecting. And then underneath that, the 4 team cards, 5x7. And then, of course, the Dr. J from the Slam Dunk set. So yeah, we've got the Court Kings. And then, try to redeem myself here. In a niftily mint 7. Oh, that's so corny. Niftily minty 7. Also the bird in a niftily minty 7. Help me out in the comments. Give me something better for... I think I had something better for a 7 in the past, and then I forgot what it was. And so here, one last shot of all of them together. I tell you what, it's okay to collect things, of course, that other people also love. But if you just have something you love, that it has meaning to you, even if nobody else collects it or would make it a priority. I imagine for a lot of people, collecting these cards would not be a priority. And that's okay. I've got plenty of things I collect that other people collect as well. And then this is something I collect that probably a lot of people, just wouldn't be interested in. And that's fine. And to me, that's part of the fun of collecting or part of the the essence of collecting is you go after something that has meaning to you. If it has a lot of meaning to others, that's cool. And if it doesn't, that's all right too. So I'd love to hear in the comments below, if this is something that you think's pretty cool, would have meaning to you. Or if not, I'd love to hear that too. That's perfectly fine. We're all prioritizing different things here. So there you have it. I'm really stoked about this completion. I am just super stoked. All right, I'm going to turn this camera around here in just a minute. Oh yeah, I realized just a minute for me, but just the magic of technology, just a couple seconds for you. Yep, right down there on the floor, I've got the 9 star cards. And yeah, I am so stoked, so stoked. Thank you for sharing in my joy. Again, I hope your life's going well. I hope your collecting's going well. I just hope you're thriving and not just surviving. But if you are just surviving right now, I hope, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. I hope you'll be thriving soon. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my friends.